high up in the treetops, providing safety, and among the branches we find the squirrels appear, and being eat, determined and full of mysteries. Late autumn in the forest, but just around the corner there's fresh supply, hoarding unobserved. He lets the squirrel diligently collect. Regardless of the season, squirrels face greater challenges. Tree-lined avenues serve as highways for squirrels and back out into their universes. Here they build, unreachable for most predators of the forest also provides for the oak. Esselden, the pair, is 8 months old. They will spend winter together. The mixed forests of the alpine foothills. Growing mushrooms attract the squirrel. The reddish European squirrel. Undisturbed. The red fox. Finish gathering or flee. And now the old one too. But still, as long as the jay is busy with its stolen goods. Up the tree. But the fox searches the young sibling pair, prepares its tree nest for winter, carried into the dray, and plucked to prepare for roommates. Parasitic infestation is alongside marrow, one animal above. Typical for European squirrels. The coloration wants to build dense winter fat reserves. A well-insulated winter quarters is important. The vixen roams once more in the twilight. Through the sand is her goal. Ends the squirrel. The insulated dray protects from freezing, and only come out every few days to access their supplies. Snowfall causes them to pause and carefully calculate their paths. The jay soars. Exposed is the spot, yet it is. Whether intentional or not, the bird. A meeting point for squirrels. Mysterious walnut in the middle of the spruce forest. Taking in the winter sun, even on cold. The grounds are rusting, revealing delicate tracks, indicating a squirrel's presence. In needles, quick energy for in between. The red crossbill, spruce they. Also the cones with their lift to take in new energy. Bank voles know no winter rest, they sense, and who knows? Perhaps something will fall during the driver of the size. A falco. From the air, squirrels. The bank vole has other preferences. Their food envy could. They will not survive the evening. Something seems to be in the air, apparently. Positioning themselves, females have their males to push away. And she grooms herself first. They are in a hurry, but he has the edge. His almond shows. How he chases her. The rejected hopefuls remain as onlookers. By then, the male will no longer tolerate them in his vicinity. From the forest, on the branch of the fairy, the spring snow creates challenges for the mouse and for the hawk. It hunts invisibly. A village. It crops its prey on sight, and the spring sun will melt the last snow. Quickly, the female from the feeding house is beautifully energetic. Caution is essential. Has quite a lot going on in its territory. Lured animals from their hiding places. Squirrel lady checks her depots from autumn. A delicate missio. Under observation, the female against the squirrel. Safety. It's a question of the acorn. The jay has it. The first early is his last. The hawk kills by breaking the prey animal's life not far. Turned mild, snowdrops bloom. And he is. The tit in size, the entrance is not secure. With the same intentions. Does well what its name suggests. It seals the hole with mud from the nearby stream. Wood nuthatch is what the nuthatch is also called. Yes, and the size of a tit. Oh, there's trouble. A trifle for the woodpecker, who is now supported by his mate. The tree hollow of the squirrel weighs a nuber. About 40 days is. They are born hairless, and their eyes won't open until after a month. And secure the acorn supply. Sufficient food reserves are now especially important. in the first weeks completely dependent on the mother. Initially, they move into weeks, they become restless and fidgety, and the mother will hardly. However, the nursing mother is the only goal, that the little ones. The squirrel mother responds to every. Attached acorn here are omnivores and the small. Leaves the little ones behind. Oh, too invisible. A thing should interrupt the search for food. To strengthen herself, must regularly take in fresh energy. The offspring. To bring her young into the world. They are viviparous. Small streams and foliage and mixed forests are well suited as deposits up to 30 larvae. The egg membranes tear. At this moment, the larvae are on their own. The small fire salamander larvae are for the next move. They breathe with external gills like hunters of insect larvae. Moves on the ground. Out physically, the squirrel glides. Busy with grooming the little ones. Young squirrels develop quickly. More active during day. They are still nursed by the mother, also infested with parasites. It is Great Bavaria. But the breaks are short. Fresh cone remains everywhere on the ground. This hasn't escaped the marten either. Because on the ground it is. Looks different for a moth. But there, the squirrel would hardly have a stone mark. Must still little. New everywhere in the forest. Because squirrels are omnivores from sources. The song thrush will be another. But the squirrel could return, and they also plunder nests with young birds. Ubern squirrels are defenseless. Dre and she is alarmed, please the. Squirrels almost always have a spare nest, set up in a tall tree. Made it. Here they are safe, and the snake. The jay dislikes the intruding Aesculapian snakes. Also bird nests. Ew, excitement in the forest. The noise that means nothing good. It is one of the sibling pair. And will the little ones. The mother always in sight. In the periphery of grots. Why? Young animals repeatedly fall from nests and drays, 1 month old, and need intensive care. But she will be released. Different in Great Britain, where they lurk everywhere, the gray ones, American European red, and were brought by nobles at the end of the 19th to bring offense. But they brought death for the ought more powerful, are and can build up fat reserves for winter, carry a virus within them, is fatal to squirrels. Gray squirrels have constantly displaced the native ones. The situation is also in Scotland and everywhere here. Are the white-edged tail? Since they have also radically worsened as striped light. Intensively hunted, strikes the island of Anglesey on the west coast of Wales back. To make the island Anglesey free of grey, it is considered only a model for Great Britain. In food competition would be thrown by the grey ones. They are nurtured and so that the grey ones don't fall on English guy. Set up. The area is constantly monitored with regular patrols. Tried. For the European squirrels in Great Britain, where squirrels practice from lemons. It is a great challenge for nature and species threatened by an invasive species. In the foothills of the Alps and almost overly active and mobile. Biting is probably the most important thing in a squirrel's life. If there is no food, the wing. Still, they remain on their owl. The mother will watch everything from nearby, bringing runaways back to safety by herself, only to immediately follow with another training session in biting. Opening a hazelnut is challenging for the little ones. Stay when mother fetches food, even if it's boring. On overconfidence. Eagle is searching for food. East that he built on the rocks at the tree line. He too is very hungry. There is. And where an eagle captures prey. Thus finds. Caution is advised, also for them. The two leave. Their young are already independent. Have 2 to even 3 births per year. Their young already move independently in the forest. A Squirrel has now truly begun the adventure. It is a dangerous adventure. If at least one or two. From this litter into the great success for the squirrels, the oak in the Styrian foothills.